And a very good afternoon to you. Welcome along. My name's Chris Reardon. This is United Kingdom Talk on a Saturday afternoon. Just gone 4 minutes past 3 on Saturday the... Oh, what is it now? Saturday the... I'll have to look at my date. Saturday the 26th of March 2011. And only a week, boys and girls. Only a week to my nephew's wedding. Oh, it's so exciting. So exciting. The wedding is starting, boys and girls. The wedding is starting next Saturday. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And so, to prepare myself, I am wearing the top half of my wedding suit that I've purchased from Marks and Spencer's. Oh, yes. It's like a grey, sort of shiny suit. I'm not wearing the shirt because I thought I'd better keep that as nice. Do you know what I mean? But, I got a shirt as well, which is like pink, blue and white stripes going down it, which is quite nice. Very, very nice shirt. I'm not putting that on today. Not putting that on today. I've got a white shirt on. I've got a grey and pink and sort of purple striped tie. Okay, so I've got that. And I have, what else? I've got the grey shiny suit on at the top. And a white shirt, and that's it. I think I'm looking quite good today. I think I'm looking, you know, quite smart. Now, Ben says the video is jumping all over the place. Ben, I think it's you because no one else is complaining. Wayne says it's too quiet. Turn it up then, Wayne. Turn it up. Vicky says it's okay. Vicky's all right. Oh, and Ian in Canada said you've left the tag on the suit. Yes, I have, haven't I? I've left the tag on the suit. Just a minute. Do we cut this or what? Or does it? Is this? It's one of those little bits of plastic. You know, oh no, it just comes off like that. Oh, didn't need the scissors at all. No scissors required. Okay, no scissors required at all. So thank you for that. I better keep that just to go. Why would I want to take it back though? Do you know what I mean? You don't really want to take it up. Don't want to take it back. Just a second. There we are. Someone's having a problem watching today, but I think it's his end. Are we jumping anywhere? Is it working okay? Is it working okay for you boys and girls? Let me know. If you're listening and watching live, let's have a look. Actually, yes. If you're watching live, then you know that by the fact that it's the 26th of March 2011, just coming up to 8 minutes past 3. If that's the time where you are now, then you are with us live and you can join in on the Skype. Our Skype username is United Kingdom Radio. United Kingdom Radio. If you're watching or listening at any other time, then you're listening or watching a recording. You can still join in by email. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Okay, so the videos, you're having problems with the video. People are having problems with video, as usual. Now, from next week... no, it's jumping again everywhere. I don't know. Oh, there's a tag on my left sleeve as well. Oh, so there is. What does that say? Super light. Thank you, Ian. I think I'll have to tease that out with the end of my scissors. I don't want to put a hole through this. Oh, it's only held on with those silly little bits of plastic. I don't know why the video jumps around like that. It's a mystery to me, to be honest. There we go. That's done there. Take that off. It should be all right. It should settle down in a minute. Is the sound all right? Can you hear the sound okay? You know, you often wonder why don't you just give up this live malarkey, because it never really seems to work for me. Always something going wrong, isn't there? So I'm quite happy with my suit and all geared up for the wedding next week, which means I shan't be here next Saturday, okay? No show next Saturday while I'm at my nephew's wedding, which I think is around about this time, actually. I'm not quite sure when it is. Gary is his name. Gary and Stacey. Oh, they're already living together, which I think is shocking, to be honest. You know. I mean, what is it with all... People should be getting married first. They need to be married first. Yes. They do, before any of this malarkey going on, dear. There's too much of this living together and one-night stands going on. You should be getting married first, boys and girls. It's shocking, shocking. Vicky says, you look very handsome in your new suit. It suits you, so to speak. Does it, do you think so? Does it suit me? Eh? Has that video settled down yet? I hope it has. I hope it has. Ian says, all the sound and video is okay, and he's over in Canada. So it must be you lot. Actually, yeah, that would make sense because you're all in the UK and he's in Canada. It must be our extra... I think Ian Duff is possibly the biggest fan of United Kingdom radio. And I think he's got his own optical fibre cable directly into this studio. I think that's what's going on, Ian, isn't it? Now, just to let you know, from next week, there will no longer be an audio stream. All the shows, whether video or audio, okay, all the shows will only be live on the Ustream, okay? So just to let you know, that's it, all right? All the shows, as from next week, will only be on the Ustream. The audio stream actually goes off after Paul Edwards' show tomorrow night, and then that's it. It's gone. Okay, so just to let you know that, as from next... Well, who would be the first show? Well, it would be me, but it would be Tom, because I'm not here next week. Tom's show from Tom's show next week, everything will be on the Ustream, and the audio stream will no longer function, okay? Unfortunately, this does mean you won't be able to get us anymore on Wi-Fi radio or anything like that. But it will still, of course, be available on the computer, and I gather on the podcasts as well, right? Just to let you know that. It was becoming too much work. We discussed all that last week. Anyway, so ready for my wedding next week. Very much looking forward to it. I've got a little envelope of money for them. And I'm very pleased that my best friend Ron is actually going to come up with us. I've managed to get... I've booked a hotel up there. Twin beds in a room. And my best friend Ron's coming up. And it'll be marvellous. Because Ron actually knew... my sister's children, Gary and Tracy. Tracy, of course, is getting married in at the end of May. So we've got two weddings very, very close together. You know, her at the end of May and him next week. So it's all happening. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, dear. I shan't be able to eat. You will have to send Red Cross parcels, please. Right, yes. Now, let's do some messages coming in at the moment. Phil says, I'm not getting the video, but I wish the volume was louder. Are you not? Why can't you hear us all right, then? Looks loud enough to me. I've got the little green needles going up. Do you want a bit more? Is that better? Is that more? Do you want more than that? I can work that up a bit more for you, I think, on here. Just a second. Let's just work this out. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to turn myself up a bit, so be warned. Okay, let's have a look. Can I turn that up there? How does that work? Don't worry, if you're listening to the recording, I won't turn you up there. It's just this bit here, isn't it? Let me see. I need to turn something up somewhere. 1 second. Devices, is that it there? I don't know. Funny, isn't it, how these settings seem to change all the blooming time. I don't know why that is. Does that make any difference? Is that better? Is that a little bit better for you? I don't know. Or is it that one? Trouble is, I can't remember which buttons what. Oh, let me see. Let's see. Turn it up there. Well, what if I turn this one up? Hang on. If I turn that down and turn that up, is that better now? Are we booming through now for you? Is that better? Do I need to turn anything else up? That should be better now. Okay. There you are. That'll be a bit better now. Sorry, Psycho Rabbit was saying I'm not getting the video. I wish the volume was louder. Could you turn it up? Could you scream at the top of your lungs for the entire show? I mean, I think I scream enough anyway, don't I? Dear me. Lee Mills says don't give up. I'm not going to give up, Lee. We got the camera rolling, so we get the recording anyway. I'm not too bothered about the live. Let's have a look. Wayne says, very smart, Chris. The other people now be doing video shows on Ustream. Yes, we'll all be doing the thing on Ustream, okay? Some with video and some with audio. You don't have to do video on Ustream. You can just do audio as well. He says, sometimes when you're live, but news is running, sound is dimmed. It just seems today it's quieter, but you can hear you clearly with volume up. Better. That's better, is it? Yeah, that does look louder to me now. I don't know how that turns. It is funny though, isn't it? It's funny how you can go away, come back, and then when you come back, things are not as you left them. Why is it? I think there's a ghost in here, boys and girls. Someone is coming here trying to sabotage my programme. Is it Ross Patzelt? Is it Ross Patzelt trying to sabotage my programme? Oh, there's a call coming in on the phone. Just a minute, dear. I'm on my show now, dear. We are live on air. Millions of people have just been interrupted by you. Millions. Well, hang on a minute. 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Thank you. Goodbye. They don't get it, do they? That's Ron again. Now, he knows I do. I think he just wants me to mention his name all the time. That's what's going on. Psycho Rabbit says, that's better, thank you. Yep, OK, we've turned it up. That's worked, is it? Sean says, I hear you fine. I think you need a pink dicky bow tie. Oh, no. I'm not keen on those dicky bow ties. Not for a wedding, dear. Sean, have you never been to a wedding? You don't wear a dicky bow tie to a wedding. Oh, for God's sake, he hasn't got a blooming clue, has he, Sean? Honestly. Merlin says, I thought you were due in court with that suit on. I beg your pardon. Excuse me, I don't do any illegal activities. I'm not like this lot on the Jeremy Kyle show, if you don't mind me saying so. Dear me. In court. What a liberty, dear. It's a liberty, that's what it is. Phil says, do your tie up properly. It's done up Oh, forgot. It's all, you don't need it done up. Excuse me, I don't follow other people. I have set my own fashion, which is usually pretty bad, actually. He says, can I gate crash the wedding? No, you can't. You cannot gate crash the wedding. Thank you very much. He says, where's the clock you won? The clock that I won is downstairs in the kitchen, on the wall, slowly revolving, telling the time to the world, all right? Just wondering, actually, Ben, are you still with us? Did it clear up for you, Ben? Just kind of wondering, okay. There we are. I think, is that it? Oh, we got some bits coming in here. Will we still be available on iTunes? As podcasts? Yes, I'll answer that privately for you. Let me have a look. There we are. Thad Ashley says, you're trying to imply we Brits are backwards, Tom. How is that possible when we live in your... I don't know what she's going on about now. It's all getting very... I shall ignore these messages for a while now. Apparently, Sean has never been to a wedding. Would you want to come to my niece's wedding, Sean? Have you got a little suit? But don't wear a dicky bow tie to a wedding. You have to have a nice suit, dear, and a shirt and a tie and trousers. I haven't actually got the trousers on, to be honest. Okay, because you can't see my bottom half. Thank God for that, dear. This is not a porn show, dear. Is it? This is a clean family programme. We're not having any of that. Just see my top half, the shirt. It's funny, actually. I ordered this week and got a new video camera. Now, the reason I ordered it was because I'm so close to the one I use for this show. I know not everyone watches, so it doesn't matter to some of you, but those are people that watch. I'm aware of how close to the camera I am. And this thing come for the post, a Panasonic, you know, and it had a wide-angle lens on it. Not particularly expensive either. £174 for this Panasonic camcorder. And I managed to do it like a little film of me, but the software that came with it, I found couldn't work it. Couldn't work the software. Couldn't work out how to save this thing so I could edit the show afterwards in my editing software. So I sent the thing back. Couldn't work the software. Why do they make things so complicated? That's what I want to know. You know, why do they do it? Why do they make things complicated? Huh? I couldn't work it. Couldn't work out how to save the thing back to the computer so I could then edit it with the Adobe editing thing that I've done. I don't know. Merlin says, this is like school assembly. Is your top button done up? No, it's not done up. I can't do my top button on because my neck is too fat. All right? All right, Merlin? Thank you. And trust Merlin to point out the faults in my body. Now everyone knows that my neck is too fat. Although I have lost a bit of weight this week. I'm very pleased to say. On Monday, I went to the Virgin gym, as I said I was going to, in Wokingham. It's always very posh there, dear. You wouldn't be able to go there. Merlin, I'm sorry, they wouldn't allow you in Wokingham. No, I don't think so. It's very, very posh. Wokingham is very posh. Not for Merlin. In fact, not for anyone watching this programme at the moment. You wouldn't be allowed to go to Wokingham. Anyway, so I went to this Virgin Active gym there. And very, very nice. There was no one in there. I got there about 11:30 in the morning. And this bloke showed me around. Dave, his name was Dave. Dave, who works at Virgin Gyms in Woking. Very nice man. I was waiting to be chatted up. Didn't happen, unfortunately. Started going on about his girlfriend and all this. Oh, for God's sake. Like, I want to hear anything about that, dear. Anyway, so he took me around the gym. Very nice. There was no one in the swimming pool. They've got a little swimming pool there. It's a 20-metre swimming pool. Now, the swimming pool I go to at the moment, the council one in Bracknell, is a 25-metre swimming pool. So if I was to do the same lengths, instead of doing 40, I would have to do 50. Do you know what I mean? So I had a little look around there and it showed me the gym. Again, only 5 people in the gym. So then he took me to his little office. And nothing happened there either, unfortunately. Took me to the office and explained to me how it was and how the prices were. And I think I got the cheapest price for me because I can go off-peak, 9:30 to 3:30. They have an off-peak time that you can go to. And it's £48 a month, which I thought was very reasonable, actually. Very, very reasonable. £48 a month. To use the pool and the gym. And I said, right, okay, well, I'll let you know. And he said, why don't you come down Friday and try it out? So on Friday, I went down there and I tried it out. And he took me over to the bloke who works in the gym. Can't remember what his name was. He was even better than Dave. I mean, I'm sure, boys and girls, I'm definitely going to meet someone in this gym. I just know it. I just know I'm going to meet someone in this gym. So he took me in there and met this other bloke, and he said, what do you want to achieve? I said, well, my main objective at the moment is to lose about a stone in weight. I want to lose a stone in weight. I want to be just below 12 stone. He said, okay. He said, well, all you really need to do is cardio. Are you doing anything at the moment? And I said, well, I go swimming. I said, usually four or five times a week. I'll do about 40 lengths of a 25-metre pool. And also I cycle. But if I'm cycling here, so if I cycle to the one in Wokingham instead of the one in Bracknell, instead of it taking 5 minutes to get there, it takes 30. So you see that the actual trip to the gym itself, or I call it a gym, the sports centre, the actual trip to the sports centre itself will be an hour there and back. So that's part of, do you know what I mean? The whole exercise thing. So this is kind of making sense to me. He said, well, if that's all you want to do, all you need to do really is a bit more cardio. I said, do I need to do any of the weights? He said, not really, mate. Not unless you want to, stick out a little bit in various areas. I said, well, what about, I said, I've got the waist here and, I think I've got moobs. Do you know what I mean? Man boobs. I think they're, a little bit big up here where my pecs should be. They have turned into moobs. And he said, no, you haven't got to do the weights for those because they will literally disappear when you lose the weight. So there we are. So he said, do you want to try the running treadmill? I said, well, I'm not sure I can do running because I had trouble with my knees when I was doing jogging. He said, right, don't do that one. He said, go on the, now, what's this thing called? It was like a skiing thing. A cross trainer, that's it. Cross trainer. And it's very good. You stand on this thing and there's 2 light handles and you hold it and you just walk on it, really. And he says, well, I'll leave you on that. You have a go on that for a while. Okay, then I says, and I thought, I started this thing. I thought, well, I might manage 5 minutes. Well, I'm very pleased to announce I managed 20 minutes on this thing. And it's got a little indicator at the bottom which tells you the calories that you've burnt as you go along. How wonderful is that? And I burnt 200 calories in 20 minutes on the cross trainer. How good is that? Wonderful. And let me tell you, I was sweating. And I don't usually sweat in a swimming pool or on my bicycle. I was sweating on this cross trainer machine. So I'm quite pleased with that. So I left that, and then I went back to the changing room. I thought I'll try out the swimming pool. Very, very nice swimming pool in there. Virgin Active in Wokingham. It's got and it's all metal. The entire swimming pool is metal. Very, very well made. And the water is not cold. The pool is a bit small, but that being said, there was no one in there. You know, I say no one. In this case, there were, I think while I was in there, 3 more people came in. But it's not like the one I go to at the moment, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with the one I go to. But you're forever avoiding people in there, you know? It's a very big pool, but everyone goes there, so that's the problem. So I had my swim, and then that was it. I got changed. The showers are very nice, and the showers are so different to the council run one. The showers are really, really nice and quite powerful, you know. There's nothing worse than standing up under a shower and it just dribbles. We don't like it dribbling out, do we? We need it to gush out as fast as possible. No dribbles, please. We don't want any dribbles. We need to have gushing showers. That's what we need. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay, so I got dressed, come out again. I said I'll probably be down Monday to join up, and that's it. But the way I join up, I can either join up for a year, £48 a month, or I can do an ongoing monthly thing, which I think I'm going to start with, which is another 20 quid. I think it's about £65 a month. But for that, there's no ongoing contract. So I might try it for a couple of months. Oh, I can't be bothered with this. And then I just walk away. Do you know what I mean? There's too many people. What they do, they join up for a year and they don't keep it up. It's all very good, you know, or very well having good intentions, thinking that if you pay the money, you'll go. It doesn't always work like that, unfortunately. You know, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay for like a month on Monday and start going down there. And we'll see how that goes. I have already lost a little bit of weight, I'm pleased to say. Okay, I just weighed myself before I came up and I was 13 stone and... No, actually, did I tell you I bought a new set of scales? Right, well, I bought the new set of scales, immediately lost £6. The mechanical ones, the electronic ones are all over the place. They always give me a different reading. And it always seems to be a bit on the high side. Now, I was talking to someone else in a pub a couple of weeks ago about this, and he said exactly the same. He said he chucked away the electronic ones because they always gave him a different reading. So I've gone back to those mechanical ones, which says, actually the mechanical ones are telling me I'm about 12 stone 12. Okay? The electronic ones are telling me I'm 13 stone 4. So there's a huge difference there. That's a huge difference. So we're going to go by the... In fact, do you know what? I think when I finish the show today, I'm going to go and chuck away those electronic scales. They are telling me I'm 12 stone 12, and we'll see how we go from there over the next few weeks. Not only that, at the Virgin, but Thursday this week, my best friend Ron came round. And I wanted to do a few little jobs around the house that you need someone else to do because they all involved a ladder. So on Thursday, I was up on the top of that ladder with my new long extended brush, boys and girls, cleaning my solar panels. Once again, they are sparkling and absorbing the sun from the sky, thus making my electricity bills minute in comparison to some people's. I'm telling you that now. Minute electricity bills. You know, we're talking like... Well, my electric and gas bill together are... Just a minute. Let me have a look at my regular outgoings piece of paper. £38 electric and gas per month. It's good, isn't it? Huh? So I cleaned my solar panels and cleaned the windows as well. Cleaned all the windows as well. And the front of the house. And everything's like nice and sparkling. My spring clean. And let me tell you, he got here at 11 o'clock. We finished at about 2:30. We were knackered. Absolutely knackered. So we rewarded ourselves with a nice pizza. But we worked hard that day. And you can understand, actually, how window cleaners and scaffolders and builders, how they get those bodies. All they have to do is keep shoving their They have to keep shoving their ladder up now and again, and that sorts out their problem, doesn't it? Huh? Oh, I think I've got a bit of dinner just come out of one of my teeth. Oh, dreadful. Dreadful. By the way, the other thing in Wokingham is that they have a big Waitrose there. And I went in there, just happened to be looking around, and I found Waitrose low-fat ready meals. So I've bought some of those, and they are very low in calories. For example, today, just before I came on the air, I had a cottage pie, 300 calories. That's all it was. And yesterday I had this vegetable pasta thing, again about 310 calories. So very, very good. We need to lose, so if I'm 12, 12, 11, a stone, let's stay a stone. I want to be 11 stone and 12 pounds. Let's see how quickly we can do that. All right, keep fingers crossed, because it's not good to be overweight. Now, some messages coming here. Phil says, get yourself a treadmill, 20 minutes brisk walk each morning. All you need is the shower afterwards. Well, yeah, I do that, though. I do walking. I do cycling, I do swimming, but it's not enough. We've got to do something else. Got to do something else. Fagash Lil says, stuff the scowls, Chris. There are 2 ways to tell if you're overweight. 1, your clothes feel tight, and 2, you just feel fat. And I do. I feel both of those. I feel fat, and my clothes are too tight. I've got lovely jeans in there that I bought only in November, and they don't fit anymore. Can't do them up. They are painful. They are cutting off the circulation to my legs. So there we are. Lil, is the video okay now for you, darling? Is that working now? Is it just a case of having to wait for the damn thing to settle down all the time? Sean says, I like Panasonic. They are very reliable. Very reliable. He's talking about the video camera I bought. Had mine since I was 12. Well, yeah, I couldn't get to grips with the software, I'm afraid. I got the camera to take a video and all that. I couldn't get to grips with the software. Not easy to work. He says, talking of indicators, do aeroplanes have indicators, or do pilots use hand signals? You what? Honestly, Sean, I do wonder sometimes what planet you're born on. I really do. Yes. Fagash Lil says, you are perfect as usual. It's just the usual 10-minute trouble. Do you know what? Actually, when I come back off my mini holiday after the wedding up north, I think what I'll do in future is start the camera rolling like 10 minutes before I'm due on. Then by the time I start, then it's all right. And of course, we don't have to worry about news or anything after that. Gary Burton says, are you live? Well, just about. I pinched myself. I think I'm live. Hello, Gary. Nice to hear you. Nice to hear you. And Vicky Gannon says, your neck is fine. The shirt colour must have shrunk. I reckon you're right there, actually. I do reckon you're right. Hello, who's calling on the Skype?
It's Travis and Mark from...
Oh, hi, Travis and Mark. Are you doing a charity thing this afternoon or something?
Yeah, we just come up to basically plug it.
OK, go on. What are you raising money for then, boys?
The British Red Cross for all the victims over in Japan at the moment. So we're trying to help raise a few... bit of bob, really, aren't we? A few pounds.
I have donated stuff to them myself. An old telly, a bed... and some other bits and pieces, yes.
We could do with that bed later on tonight.
Why, you tired?
Yeah.
Well, go to bed now. Have a rest. What, don't need both of you doing it, do you?
Oh, we're on live on the webcam.
Oh, are you? Are you doing your show now? Are we simulcasting? Is that what we're doing, lovey?
I think so, yeah. I don't know. We're currently playing a song. We've not got you straight on air. We've just thought...
Beg pardon? Well, take that music off and put me on, how dare you? I've never been replaced by a record before. What a liberty, dear.
We've got a minute left and then we'll stick you on, OK?
Got a minute left? You want me to wait?
I can't feed the song.
I don't queue for anyone, dear. If there's a queue in Sainsbury's, I leave the trolley and leave the shop. You haven't even seen my suit today, have you? I'm wearing a suit today.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Nice grey suit. Look at me on the Ustream. Lovely. I fancied myself this morning, to be honest, Travis.
Right, we're putting you straight on now, OK?
Oh, how exciting. Are we going live on another station? We're simulcasting, boys and girls. Go on, get on with it.
Here we go. Take that, and it's Shine, not The Shine. We've got Chris on. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Travis Mitchell. How wonderful. We're doing 2 shows at the same time here. How marvellous is that?
We are indeed. So... you said you was wearing a suit. Is it like a special occasion today?
Well, no, I'm testing out my suit for my niece's, my nephew's wedding next week, and I'm going to wear the same suit at my niece's wedding as well. So I get 2 for the price of 1. You do not. I do like value for money, Travis.
You're giving it like a test drive or something?
It's like a test drive. Well done, yes.
Test drive cars, that'd be a good job. I like doing that. Just
what, test drive cars?
Yeah.
Would you like one of the jobs on Top Gear, would you?
Yeah, that'd be good. We like Top Gear, won't we, Mark?
Yeah.
Mark can be my sidekick.
I
just rebrand the show with 2 people, not 3, because Jack can just ruin it.
Oh, right, thanks.
I like Jeremy Clarkson very much. I'm not keen on Richard. I've never been. He's a bit. I don't know what it is. It's just something I don't quite like about him.
And he's a bit. He does small. Small.
He did do that program on BBC One. Like, you'll be too young perhaps to remember. It's a Knockout, but it was like a program where.
Is it the game show one?
Yeah. It was just awful. Awful. Who wants to? Why can't we just watch? Why have we got to have that stupid commentating going on all the time?
That's good. Anyway, can we plug our show on your show?
You're raising money for what?
The British Red Cross, and we're live on the webcam like you are, over at www.youloveitweplay.com. Thank you.
All right, is that it?
Yeah,
so what do they do? Sending things or money, or what happens?
Donating money through their website. But if you go to youloveitweplay.com, there's a banner with me and Mark on the homepage. You click that, it goes to our little show page with the webcam and the Twitter feed, and it's got a donate banner.
How does when you click the donate, does that go straight to the Red Cross thing? Does it?
Yeah, they've got like a traffic link thing for us, a special link, so we know how many people have visited, and then say how many we've donated at the end of the show.
Okay, done.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Okay, we'll
good
speak
luck.
to you later.
Raise loads of money today. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
There we are. Travis and who was the other one there? Was it Jack? Was it Jack? Have you gone? Oh, they've gone. I think it was Jack or someone like that. That's a good cause, isn't it? Good cause to raise money. Psycho Rabbit says, you're looking for some extra exercise to do. I hear pole dancing is all the rage. You'll definitely burn some calories that way. Oh, I don't know about those old poles. I look at those poles and I think terrible thoughts about them. I really do. Anyway, don't forget the email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Merlin says, I played a gig in Wokingham and it was a dump. How dare you? Wokingham is not a dump, dear. You must have gone to another Wokingham. Wokingham in Berkshire? He said it was a dump. Now, look, don't tell me what's the name of the place. Because the Virgin Active, is it that club? What was the name of the club? Let me see if I can find it for you. 1 second. Wokingham. Is it called Spin? It might be called Spin. Yes, it is. Spin. Was it called Spin, the nightclub that you went to? Because that is actually just round the corner from Virgin Active. Are you going to be at Virgin Active as well, Merlin? We could go on one of those step things together and converse while we're doing it so we don't get bored. He says, it was a dump. And are you one of the men who works out or just eyes up all the others that go there? I am there to lose weight, not eye everyone up. What is wrong with you? Dear, dear me. Now, let's have a little look there. Oh, it was Mark. Sorry, Sean, it was Mark who was talking to Travis Mitchell. I don't know who these people are, dear. Now, we're going to do some emails. All right, coming up now. First of all, here's one from Jerry. Sent in last week, actually. I've just been watching one of your YouTube videos from the 19th of March. He says, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. Glad to see you back. Just thought, wouldn't it be easier for you to do just one show a month? I don't see the point in doing one show a month. I think one a week is cool. One a week is cool. I don't have a problem with one a week. All right, but thank you, Jerry, as always, for your kind comments. Now, look who's written one in here. It's Zach. In Australia, who's not with us live today. Where is Zach? Where is Zach? Zach says, hi again, Chris. In your last show, you asked if the moon was in the same phase around the world. I wondered what he meant then, to be honest. The same. I'm phased all the time, to be honest. I am phased, Zach. In Australia, last week, the moon was full and so bright that I could see out the car. I could see out the car on the road without the lights on. Yes, so it must be phased at the same time all over the world, I would guess. Yeah. You also said that the Winamp, WMP and iTunes players were no longer going to be playing the show. I'm curious to know, has this to do what that has to do with the other station cutbacks you mentioned, and are the shows still podcast on YouTube? We just still do the podcasts. Still do the podcast, just no audio stream. The audio stream goes off after Paul's show on Sunday. Okay. Now, James writes, James Bates, hello James, says, I was under the misapprehension last week. I thought that someone was asking that they can do a music show on United Kingdom Radio. I thought Terry Turner could handle that one. Well, they are asking you to do a music show. It's up to you whether you do it or not. No, I won't be doing any more shows for anyone else at the moment. Thank you very much, James. Very, very busy. Very busy. Here she is, our lovely Emily. Now, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, Emily wrote she reviews books. She reviews books. Oh, I've bought a new book. Let me just go and get it for you. I just bought a new book. Yes, new book. One moment. Stay there. Don't move. Let me try again. There we are. That's it. Nostradamus, 2003 to 2025, and it's supposed to have all these things that are going to happen. So it's quite good. I'm already on page 27, so we might actually finish this one within a matter of weeks. I'll probably take it up north with me as well, in case I get bored at the wedding. You know, I can possibly opt out somewhere and just read the book instead. Might be a good idea. Don't forget the email address if you want to join in by email at any time. It's always a pleasure to get an email in. My email is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. It's funny, just before I go to the email, going back to that Panasonic camera that I bought. I could work the camera. What I couldn't do was work the software on the computer that came with it. Couldn't work out how to save this thing to the computer. I'm getting to the stage now where, or maybe I've been at this stage for a while now, where I just can't be bothered to try and learn new technical things. And, I make no bones about it. It holds me. Technical things hold me back. They hold you back. And you ask someone, and it's always the same thing. And they say to you, it's easy. All you do is, and I do, and it still doesn't work. Do you find that? And I'm kind of giving up with this technology stuff. I even bought, I don't know if you remember a while ago, just before Christmas, I actually bought a second-hand video camera, quite cheaply off eBay, so that I could use it to do this show live. And I couldn't get it to work with the Ustream and the computer that I use. So I chucked it away. And I am losing patience now, completely losing patience with technology. It's one of the reasons the whole audio stream goes off, because I'm sick to death of dealing with technical issues that go on all the time. I'm not interested in technical issues at all. All I want to do is sit here and talk to you. That's it. Unfortunately, you do have to do other bits and pieces, otherwise it just doesn't work. But why can't I just switch something on and it works? These technical things, I'm afraid, have got the better of me now. Whereas I look at something and I'm thinking, no, won't be able to work that. I've got this mental block that I won't be able to work something now. And I know it's going to hold me back at some point. And it's very sad because actually I could afford to have a really nice camera and a really nice set in here and all this, that and the other, but I know I wouldn't be able to work it. So what's the... You know, you buy these things, you've got to be able to work the damn things. You know? And it's just stupid. Just ridiculous. When people start, you know, certainly at the beginning of the show, always seems to be jumping all over the place. I don't know why that is. And eventually it settles down. Why? I don't know. How, you know, I don't know. And it does frustrate me. So I kind of coming away from all this technology because I just can't be bothered with it anymore. Can't be bothered. While it works, we carry on though. We carry on like mummy's brave little soldiers. Shall we go to this this thing now? From Emily, who says, sorry, Chris, it's taken me a little over a week to email you back. She says, I got busy keeping extra hours at work. She says, it's the flu season covering for sick co-workers. Well, I bet they're not all sick, Emily. Oh, no, dear. There be people pretending to be sick, dear. Shocking, isn't it? Shocking. Pretending. Taking the food out of your mouth. First off, I will let you know that my blog is, because she told us all about her book reviews and she never gave us the web address. So if you want to get a pen, and I'll give you this in a second, okay, go and grab yourself a pen and I shall tell you where Emily's book review page is. She says, I hope you and some listeners too can stop by and check my site out. I will mention that my blog is clean and I only review blogs that are free of offensive language, violence and gore and explicit sex stuff. Good girl, good girl. This was the inspiration for my blog name. My blog's tagline is A Carolina Girl's Guide to Books with Good Moral Fibre. I do this because it allows me to reach anyone regardless of their reading tolerances. Many of my books are inspirational in nature, but not all. This is where I came up. I have recently acquired some non-fiction titles and will be featuring those in the coming weeks. One I featured on March the 3rd called A Movable Feast, which is a book of stories written by people who have travelled all over the world and the foods they have eaten on their travels. I love this book, and I think you will too. Some of the stories are only a couple of pages long, and some are a little bit longer. They are all extremely interesting, though, and I learnt a lot reading this book. I also will be featuring several cosy mysteries, she says, aka clean mysteries with a female sleuth, in the days ahead as well. Now, her site is at southernfiberreads.com. Okay, exactly as it sounds. southernfiberreads.com. I'll spell this for you. Have you got your pen ready? Oh, do hurry up with your pen, dear. Got it? Good. www.southern, SOUTHERN, FIBERREADS.com. southernfiberreads.com. SOUTHERN, FIBERREADS.com. southernfiberreads.com. All right? She goes on to say, to answer some of your questions that you were asking me, I often read at work. I'm a childcare provider, and I have an hour and a half to read while the children are napping, if I'm not doing any classroom preparations. I also read at home, in the afternoon or early evening, in the living room in my grandfather's recliner. My grandfather passed away in 2003, and I got his recliner. We could always find him sitting there, and he was hardly ever seen anywhere else. Lots of good memories. A bit jealous there of you, actually, Emily, because I didn't know my grandfathers. They died before I knew them, unfortunately, so I'm jealous of you there. Often, I will read in bed before sleep, but like you, I only get a few pages in before I'm reading the back of my eyelids instead. Yes, I know what you mean. I do a couple of pages and then... You do fall asleep eventually, don't you? Much of my reading work is done on the weekend when I have ample time to get hours of reading done. I would certainly be interested in doing a show. My review of A Movable Feast was a video review, or vlog, and I think I talked for 9 minutes on this book alone. The only camera I had was the one installed in my laptop and the microphone in the laptop, but I think it turned out pretty well for the first time. Being 27 years old, I don't think there will be any legal battles in the future concerning my age and hosting my own show. Doing my own show is something I will seriously consider. How much fun would that be? Well, it is a lot of fun. As long as you don't get too involved and get into it too much. Can I suggest something else to you, Emily? Why don't you, if you've got a camera there, why don't you set up your own little YouTube channel to start with? And start recording book reviews on there. You say, hello, my name's Emily, I'm in Carolina, and today I'm going to review a book for you, title of book, and then just go into it. Why don't you try something like that? You can do up to a 10-minute video on YouTube, okay? 10 minutes you can do on YouTube. I will also note that my husband, son, and I will be taking a 10-day vacation to upstate New York. We will road trip up there, taking 3 days to drive up and see the sights along the way, and 2 days back doing the same thing. My husband has told me it is my job to keep him awake while he is driving. I have set aside 3 books to read to him along the way. Luckily, he loves to read as well, so this will not be a hardship for either of us. Since the books are clean, I don't have to worry about hiding any content from our 8-year-old either. So it's win-win for us. We will have some downtime once we reach our destination, so I will have time to read while there as well. Glad to hear you're taking some rest to yourself. I had rather hear you on the show once a week at your best instead of 3 times weekly when you're not feeling too well or worse. Not at all. I'm glad you can still do the show, and we'll take once a week, not at all any day. Yeah, thank you very much for saying that. Hope this email answered some of your questions. If you've got any more, please let me know. I'll be glad to help. Sincerely, your faithful listener from across the pond, Emily in South Carolina. Lovely, lovely email there from Emily. Oh, you do write very well, I must say. Now, where's my bin gone? There it is. Oh, Emily says, an errata. An errata. I found an error in the first paragraph of my email. I had moved a sentence and forgot to go back and take out what I'd started to write. You'll probably find it, but now I've caught it. Hope you're having a great week. Well, I probably read it out. I probably read it out anyway, Emily. Don't worry about that, my love. Phil says, it's your age that's the weight problem, like me. Why do you think I'm still on Windows XP? Oh, no, sorry, you're not talking about the weight thing. You're talking about the technology. It's your age. Why do you think I'm on Windows XP? Can't be bothered to learn the new systems. XP works for me, so I'm sticking with it. Yeah, and I'm getting to that. I think I'm at that point, actually, Phil. You know, if I've got a piece of equipment that works fine, I don't want to upgrade it because it's just a nightmare to work these things. You know. And people send you little programs and things, and they tell you what to do and how it works, and it doesn't work the same on your computer, does it? Doesn't blooming work. Doesn't work. Fag Ashley says you need a man in your life to help you with the technical stuff. Well, I think you're right as well. No, Merlin says that. Well, you're right, Merlin. But there isn't one, so that's it. There's me. Me with my bits and pieces in here, and that's it. Fag Ashley says, you are the same age in life as me, Chris. If at first you don't succeed, give up. You see, you're saying... it's amazing. The messages that are coming in are exactly as I think. Give up. You know, if something doesn't work, turn it off, give up. That is where I am. Seriously, that is where I am. I am fed up with stuff that doesn't work or isn't easy to operate. Sick to death of it. Sick of it. Now, Ian Duff, if you had a Mac, you would not complain. Well, that's a lie, Ian, because my mate's got a Mac and I can't get on with it. So how can you sit there saying that? See? You're another one, Ian. Oh, if you do this, it'll be easy. No, it's not. Why do people say that? Oh, it's easy. You're starting to sound like the people that tell me I'm going to find... Oh, you'll find someone. It's all a load of rubbish. All a load of old rubbish, you lot talk sometimes. Really do. If you had a Mac, you would not complain. It would be exactly the same, Ian. It would be just as difficult to work. Yes, it would. Right. And finally, one final email today. From Tom Harris, who's with you after the 4 o'clock news. And Tom says... Oh, by the way, can I just let you know, my latest music mix, my latest non-stop music mix is now available to download. Cost you 80 pence. Oh, for God's sake, you can lose 80 pence, can't you? That's all it costs, 80 pence. And you can find that at chrisreardonshow.co.uk. The track list, it's all brand new. I don't think there's anything old at all in there this week. It's all brand new tracks, some of them not even out yet. One long non-stop mix, 1 hour and 16 minutes long, I think it is this week. 80 pence. You can find that at chrisreardonshow.co.uk. chrisreardonshow.co.uk. Right. Let me see. Merlin. What's he want? Merlin says... Sure, you will meet a man at the gym. Why else would you pay that money to go? Stop it, Merlin. You're very naughty sometimes. Very naughty. Phil says, what's Ian's Skype? Ian's Skype. I want to talk to him about Max. Well, I'll give him your Skype then. What is your Skype name, Phil? And I'll pass it on to Ian for you. And he will contact you. Final email then from Tom Harris, who says, who's with you after the 4 o'clock news. Hi, Chris. It's been a while since I've written into your show. Yes, we all noticed that, Tom. All too busy doing your own little shows to bother about little old me sitting here on my own, aren't you now? You mentioned wanting to go to look through telescopes at the moon and such. I suggest that you try and find a local stargazing group in your area. Yes, and indeed, last week a couple of people sent me links to various sites. I did buy an astronomy magazine last week, actually, and again, I find it quite complicated to understand what the hell's going on there. Hang on a minute. Ian has given me his Skype name. Okay, let's just paste that in there for you. And we'll paste that one in there for Ian. Just send that. Is that right? There we are. That's that one. And that's that one. There we are. A quick web search turned up the West of London Astronomical Society. Even if they don't have a public events, which they probably do, they should be able to help you find opportunities. A couple of years ago, Pete and I attended a public astronomy club event at Oberlin College in Oberlin, Ohio, and were able to view Saturn, Jupiter and various other heavenly bodies through telescopes that were surprisingly small considering how powerful they were. You see, this is what I find amazing, to be able to do that. You can buy thousands of books with pictures of the planets on. You can look them up on your computer. You can see them on TV shows. But what I want to actually do is look through a telescope in real time with my own eyes and see that planet. That's got to be a completely different experience, isn't it, eh? To actually see that planet through basically, a little telescope. Perhaps to be able to see the rings around Saturn through a telescope with your own eyes. I just think that would be a really marvellous thing to do. Tom says there was no moon out that night, which was probably why they chose that night to look at the other planets, as the moon tends to be very bright. Yeah, I know what you mean. Certainly when we have the moon here, you don't really see that many stars there. On the subject of feeling trapped, Tom, we were talking about that last week. I felt trapped, running certain things or doing certain things, so I've kind of come out of them. because I don't feel trapped anymore. And also, I think in some relationships that I've been in over the years, I start feeling trapped and I have to leave. Tom says, I think most of us have felt this way at one point or another. Not so much regarding my show, but the last few of my marriage comes immediately to mind. I think I need not say more about that. As always, enjoying the show. And thank you very much for that, Tom. I'll hold on to that West London Astronomical Society thing and have a little look at that. All right. Let's see. We got a comment coming in there. Quickly. Oh, yes. Vicky. Vicky says, give up. I rather think of it as a strategic decision to cut your losses. At least that was what I tell myself when I chuck it in. Have a great week, Chris. Enjoy the wedding. Safe travel. Yeah, I'll be back, not next Saturday, but the Saturday after, okay? Fag Ashley says, Merlin Chris has to go to the gym so that when a fit guy comes around, he can have an asthma attack. Is that right, Merlin? And one more message here from Lee, who says, read above before... I haven't got... What's the time? Wayne Hudson will be on United Kingdom Radio this Wednesday from midday on the video thing. All right. So once again, don't forget the audio stream will finish on Sunday night, so the website will change again. So just from next week, go to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk and you'll see a link to click there and listen or watch, depending who's on. Thanks so much for joining me, boys and girls. My name's Chris Reardon. I'll see you on 2 weeks' time on Saturday at 3 o'clock. The email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. See you soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.